Good day and welcome to another game brought to you from the Masters Hockey World Cup being held in Cape Town. We bring you a semi-final here in the over 60 age group for women, and it's England against Argentina. Battling out to see who gets into the final. As game starts very quickly, Argentina started pushing the ball through a pace, and England, when winning it, come back at pace, which is an interesting affair, especially as we're on day 8 of this tournament. Deep into the tournament. Interesting to see how this unfolds as we go forward. England trying to find the ball wide. Probing for a circle entry. This could be interesting if they can get it in there. And just couldn't get a foot or a shot or something on target. And to reset for the long corner. All coming all the way back. England quite patient to hold on, yeah. A little ball hanging loose there, but straight away Palmer just picking it up and consolidating the ball, making sure that England then gets it on the sideline. Nice press from England, yeah. They've got one on the ball, one cut in the field, and 3 players hanging right behind. Unfortunately, just missing the ball there on the first intercept, but trying at the back, we've got Manprice Tate just moving the ball forward. And now on the edge of the circle, Sue Mary, the captain, trying to find a way in to the D. Argentina right back on defense, putting all their players behind the ball, which they often do. Just means they've got a long way to come on the counter when they do win it. But as you know, Argentina fully running at the best of times, not scared to put the effort in. As we see a little bump on the midfielders as we go along. Yep. Again, the midfield battling soon. These kind of things are always tight. At the start of the game, both teams very nervous and pushing as hard as they can. Mistakes do start flowing. One team just needs to consolidate. As RC just passed the ball out wide. We got ball back in the midfield. The in-out pass was attempted there. Padilla just couldn't find anybody on the outside to pass to. As we look back on this tournament, these two teams coming out of separate pools. Argentina finished second in their pool behind Scotland. They didn't lose any matches and drew 2 of those games. So those 2 draws did hold them back on the points. Not having lost a game, that will be good for them. England, on the other hand, in the other pool, came through on top of that pool, winning all 4 of their matches. And so finishing on maximum points. So the winner of Pool A playing against the team that came second in Pool B, Argentina in this case. But like I said, Argentina haven't actually lost a game, so they'll be full of confidence still. And I'm pretty sure that England won't be expecting any gimmies from them at all, as the ball gets clanked down the field again. Only as far as the first line of English defenders, and they end up picking the ball up. But Argentina on the press now, trying to get the ball going forward. Ball to the right-hand corner. Going to be aiming a couple of balls on there. Julius Scutt down there. As you've seen often in this level of hockey, you end up in that corner. You need to have some serious skill to get out of that. Little push on the foot will get the reward, but still a whole lot of red shirts in your way. England overpowering the circle. They've got Sue Mary, the captain, out high, just in case they win it. She is being minded by 3 defenders in the area who will be chasing her down if they do get the ball through. 16-yard being hit nice and hard. It has got through. Got some ball movement going, yeah. Pepper Bull with the ball. Finding Sue Mary up front. Sue Mary with a lot of attention there. Nice hard tackle. One hand on the stick, one hand on the body. Again, I think Sue Mary is going to expect a lot of that today because I think there was Hinault to come, making sure that nothing gets through. Then Sue Mary would have had an overlap as the ball comes across again. Punch into the circle. This is going to be interesting. Mary on the ball, a firing shot at goal, but an absolutely fantastic save there. Laura Mahal in the goal with a stick save on the right. Ball being pushed into the circle by Carol Rogers, sort of mid-circle area. Sue Mary on the turn and fire, but goalkeeper Mahal comfortably pulling out the bag. As again, Rogers first of all catching the ball into Argentinian foot in front, which did some damage. Looked like Padilla. And the next one, crash another foot. As England going wide from the spot, which isn't always the best case because you've got to go back around the baseline. We see Ali Alcock running through. Ali Alcock looks like she got the foot there. She did. Ali Alcock just pulled it back, trickled onto an Argentinian foot. Couldn't quite pick out who it was. It looked like the foot might have been the captain, Arusi. Wasn't intentional at all. It was just good skill by Alcock that got her through there. And England now with their first penalty corner of this game. Trapper, pusher, two deflectors on the right, one slip flick on the left. Although the slip on the left looks like she's going to be running in Pippa Bull, I think, all the way for the deflection. Ball comes out, good hit, good trap. It gets slipped out to the left. Firing across the goal, unfortunately. I think it was Pippa Bull who just took a swing at the ball and caught the defender's stick, and no result from that other than a big clank and maybe some chips and dents in the paintwork of the stick. And England again on the outside. Mary getting the ball with a lot of tension. Look for a second there, like Sue Roberts had the intercept also coming off to run. Umpire calling them back and saying, take your time. Nobody was ready. England get to reset. Coming back to the middle of the field, not a bad idea. Asking Manprice Tate where to go, and she goes right. Small interplay, the important part of the game here. Trying to find those passes. Libby Mound tucking the ball into field. And again, Sarah Walker now on the right hand side trying to find the ball infield. Carol Rogers getting all the attention. England still got the ball. Pippa Bulls come across to players. And Sue Mary, the captain, making a run in from the top there. Umpire trying to call the player back for a free hit. Players a bit confused about where it should be, but everybody eventually agreeing on what should happen, yeah? Game still locked at 0-0. Argentina now trying to get the ball at the back. Arusi just crashing a ball down the middle. Got further than she expected. As they get to reset the game, the ball all the way in the 22, nobody fetching it. This is a semi-final, so you're playing for a final position in the World Cup. All those years of training and hard work being set up. Scully on the ball, moving it forward. Only as far as Sanchez Moreno, who got an outside edge on that. Ball was popping and bouncing. Sanchez Moreno just a little bit too close, being told to get back a bit. And England now trying to play out the back. And the ball running on the sideline. It looks like England definitely trying to cut this field in half and try and keep Argentina on the sideline, which they do now. June Blythe, all the tension in the world on the ball. There she, a lot of pressure on her, and a bit hard done by not getting the block there, but Mertha Palmer showing her experience. Coming away with the ball, ensuing the midfield battle, and Argentina gets a reset. That's a long ball, it's going to be intercepted now. Gail Gerard on the backhand, just trying to pop it forward. Sometimes if you got a ball that's bobbling towards you, instead of trying to stop it, just help it in the right direction. And then you end up chasing after it, and less pressure on you as the ball keeps going forward here. England often bouncing into Argentinian players. They put themselves in the way, and that cross comes not very cleanly. England have the ball, and they do now join the circle. That being given a short corner. Ball went through with a bit of air, which is the right thing to do in this situation. You want to make sure that it's not easy to pick up for the defender, and at the same time your forward can then try and get a stick on it in the right direction. England being awarded their second penalty corner. The first one went for a slip, and they didn't progress any further from there, as they now hope to reset. Looks like they've got Kay McDonald on top, who's going to hit this. Helen Royan winning that PC. She's on the right hand side, going to run in for deflection. Ball comes out short, looking for the cross. Ball gets hit into the first wave. It's still live. A real award being given. It was cracked quite mightily into the first wave's stick and foot, as England regroup for their third penalty corner. Now they're discussing what options could be available yet. They have switched Cam McDonald out. They might be going for a straight shot now. Ball gets knocked out, a little bit of target. Ball being trapped and slipped to the right hand side, but Argentina were waiting for that. Didn't clear it properly. They should have got rid of that ball. They had it on the edge. June Blythe trying to run the ball around the baseline there, but ably kept up by Irene Scully. Just channeled the whole way to the baseline, and Scully just then making sure the ball doesn't get into the circle. McDonald now trying to get the ball in again, but this time the ball popped up, and the umpire said dangerous, and it was McDonald's fault apparently, as Argentina get to reset with a 16, but it's in this back corner, and they've struggled to get out here as England have got the press on properly here. It's a 5-man press. They've cut the field in half. They've got the second layer built in, so when this goes through, they should win it with McDonald. Just a little bit off a stick. McDonald battling against Padilla, who was backing into it then as McDonald pulled away. Padilla went for a bit of a tumble. But Padilla did well to come in from behind McDonald to just intercept that ball, as again Argentina trying to get themselves out the back. Scully sends the ball on the line. They keep inching their way up the sideline, yeah. Kind of like a rugby match. Scully again will look to get infield. Short pass gain, and now they've got some playmaking happening. This looks really good as Padilla's now trying to move it around. Little stick hack there. June Blythe won that ball. Padilla won't be happy with that because she lost the ball as she tried to arc. England trying to play to the open side of the field now. But again, this game just lacking some small passing games. Some interplay between players on a small scale. Just as the second or third pass gets going, it hits a foot or it hits a stick or it hits something, and everything breaks back down again, and we end up having free hits after free hits. And there the ball got smacked quite along, but I think umpire Wright saying that Sue Roberts gave it a little bit of air, and clanked into Paula Padilla's leg. And now Argentina, they need to come out of this channel. They do try, but try and go through somebody. I'm not sure what that Two umpires disagreeing on the blow there, but anyway, it was a 50-50 in terms of the ball popping loose. As again, Cecilia Padilla is value for money going forward. Getting really feisty in the midfield there, trying to make her way through as Alonso now goes, hooks it. And unfortunately, all that can happen there is the long corner will ensue. Good intent trying to get their ball into the circle. Nothing happens from outside the circle, and there's no prevent movement. Cecilia Padilla, again, running the ball hard forward, making the English defenders back off and make decisions about where they're going to tackle. Taking ages in this game for people to fetch the ball and make it available. Typical semi-final, nothing given. As Alonso now drops it back. Rossi, the captain, trying to find it in, but that's too much route one. You find Carol Rogers and co lined up on that all day long, as indeed they should. Ball kept down the channel, that's going to run out. Sue Craig not going to get there in time. Ball being crossed in again. That's a good cross. That could be very dangerous. The ball somehow getting through a whole bunch of people. And right at the back of all of that, we had Rosenda just getting a backhand on it, and definitely got Joe Malcolm thinking about where the heck that was going in there. One of those little edges and deflections that from a close range, keeper's nightmare. As Alonso drives for the circle again. She'll try and put them offside. That wasn't 5 yards, but the umpire didn't see that, and she's going to blow the short corner. I think the hit was inside. The hit was inside the 5 yard. And the player simply ran it into the circle. So they're going to change the blow now. Umpires are chatting. Yep, there's the 5. That's right. That play was definitely not run from inside the 5 yards. We can see it from here. Luckily for us, we're quite high up, so got the vantage point. Argentinian fans not happy with that, but I think it was right. The free hit was taken inside the dotted line, and you have to then move the ball 5 yards before you allow to enter the circle. And ball getting smacked out the back now by England. This is going to be interesting. It's going to go a long way, and it hasn't got a lot of pace on it, so Mulhull, the keeper's going to have to make some plans here, and it's going to put them under pressure. Fantastic step through there. We got Basterfield trying to find the win. Oh, just a small tap of the stick. As we come to the end of the first quarter, this game still locked at 0-0, sorry, and it's a semi-final. We'll be back for the second quarter soon. Of the semi-final in the over 60s women's division. This is the World Cup Masters Hockey. We've got Argentina playing against England. Very tight game in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Both teams still sizing each other up, trying to move the ball around. The ball being kept in close contact quite a lot, so a lot of umpires, whistles being blown the whole time. Had a couple of chances on both sides. Argentina yet to have a short corner, as England have had 2 penalty corners, but just haven't got a shot on target from them with any mean. June Blythe being caught from behind there, and I think that might be catch the umpire's attention. That was Miriam Alonso, who came in very hard from behind. Couldn't stop fast enough as June Blythe was collected. Green card, so that'll be a 2-minute suspension, which means the Argentinian side play with a player down for 2 minutes. Also, that 2 minutes only starts once the player seats themselves in the chair, so if they walk off slowly, that 2 minutes only starts when they get down, so the suspension is longer. As England now with a player up need to move the ball quickly. They need to often found, like you see there, a lot of their players gone into an Argentinian player instead of around. As Papa Bull now looks up, trying to find a player ahead. Play on the baseline again, just carrying the ball for a little bit too long. Needs to move the ball a bit quicker as the cross comes in, but way too many Argentinian players on the route 1 position there to block that off. It's going to be a long corner, but they'll be hoping for more from this. Players sometimes guilty when they get towards the opposition circle of just carrying the ball too close to the defender before making a decision. Good pass coming into the D there. At good pace and a bit of lift, well intended. Sue Mary was at the end of that and just couldn't get hold of it as an Argentinian stick got in the way. It does mean we have another long corner this time. Sarah Walker up the sideline and Bull just hooking that one as she tried to cross it in the circle. Argentina get to reset, and I had to say that Bull won't be happy with that performance at getting the ball in the circle. They're right there and they just need to find more clean entries. They've been good at finding Sue Mary in that circle. The ball gets smashed out and England get to reset. Captain for Argentina, Arusi, just taking control of the back there and making sure that she's getting the power ball out. Another free hit being won on the sideline. Sarah Walker feeding the ball through to Craig. Craig on the roll, pulls it back, try to find a short corner. This time she does. She pulled it back through her opposite player's legs and then couldn't get to the ball, so claimed the obstruction. It's a fine line when you do that about how far away the ball rolls from you and whether you have control or not. In that case, looked to all intents and purposes as if it was a short corner, as England now get their 3rd short corner. There was a reward in there somewhere, but third time they're going to have it. And Sue Mary now on top, looking like she's going to hit this ball in anger. Ball comes out, gets stopped, goes on the backhand, goes on the forehand, goes for the roll, goes through. The ball comes to the P spot, and Sue Craig will not be impressed with that finish. On the P spot. Trying to hit a ball that was coming through. She might have stopped that and just pushed in the bottom corner, but easy for me to say up here. As now Argentina do have a 2v2, leaving 2 people high in that situation, and Paula Padilla was high. Just couldn't get control of it as I think it was Rogers who got in the way of the ball. Ball going forward, Pabula again. Midfield scrap. Umpire calling the game back, but Mirtha Palmer just as Argentina now trying to gain some control of this ball. Moving it down the channels. They need to come to the open side. There's space. And players on the open side just to free the game up. England did a very good job of keeping them channel bound. England always having 2 or 3 players cutting the field in half, trying to keep Argentina in that channel, and they, so far Argentina haven't seen the option of coming outside. Papa Bull coming away with the ball now. Hitting it, just catching a foot, so we'll get the free hit. And from the back, ball being cleared out. far as Sarah Walker. And now the 45 drinking ball. Pepper Bull not there, but Palmer on it, and Palmer being shepherded, but took off the ball for a second there. Again, didn't lose it completely, so it wasn't the end of the world. And now a missed trap by England. And Sanchez Moreno was back in play there. She's got it still, trying to make it live. Oh, clanging ball again as Palmer gets stuck in the midfield with a lot of attention. She hasn't got any room to move, and tops for a ball there going forward. England now get to reset. June Blythe trying to find the ball wide, and again, just guilty, both teams, of coughing up the ball too often. And they should be looking at the small game, find the easy passes rather than trying to find the difficult ones. Argentina got a bit of advantage here and they'll keep it, but again, like I said before, lots of turnovers happening here. There's a lot of space on the far side of the field if they can find it there. McDonald trying to find the ball on the line. Again, too many Argentinian sticks in the way. He needs to look at coming out and going wide. Both teams just not using their midfield enough to make the switch play happen. Teams often guilty again. There we go, pushing down the channel again. Sadie Privet just going up. It does get through. Sue Mary gets through, tries to pull it back on the foot, and got to Arusi, who hit the ball out the back, and the umpire said that was deliberate. You can't play the ball deliberately out the back of the field. One of the negative aspects of hockey that you can't do, and therefore a short corner or a penalty corner is awarded. And now England have racked up a couple of penalty corners and haven't got some in goal bound yet. A couple of times the injection was a bit bobbly, and so confusion ensued about whether the trapper should trap it or whether the deliverer should pick it up themselves. As we reset again to see if they can pick something up here. Score still 0-0. No, nice clean knockout. Little tap. This is all got on it. Slip to the left. Slip coming in. Hit somebody, but keep playing and the ball gets left for danger. Couldn't quite see what happened there, but Gonzalez took a ball, I think. And the net result is that a little bit of confusion about where the ball was. England just not able to get something off from their short corner, the free person. Every time the person that ends up taking the shot delivers, they're under pressure from an Argentinian player somewhere. With the numerical advantage in short corners, you should be trying to angle as now Argentina get a breakaway. Padilla on the break, cutting infield. She always runs with intent. Looking for options forward. But looked like Livy Mound there. Repositioned herself to get in the way. Again, Pepper Bull, they need to find the small game. They're going to go long. Just not finding their small passes. Both teams, I'm saying, both teams guilty of just trying to run the ball too much. We've seen a couple of games in this World Cup where teams have just taken control of keeping the ball, moving it around for the small passes until they've got that opening, and only then going forward or going sideways. As Arusi knocks the ball downfield again, and this is a ball that got all the way through. No pressure coming, and Blythe picks it up and goes wide. Van Price Tate at the back there was just dictating affairs. A little bit of a shank on that side. Libby Mound hooking the ball. She had her hands apart when she hit that, which is unusual when you hit the ball. You need to normally put your hands together. And she had her hands with a gap between them when she hit it, and so the right hand pushes through and often hooks the ball. I sound like a golf coach now. Drawing the ball into the rough. As the ball goes through again. Argentina can get to this part of the field. They just struggle to go further. There it is, the through ball. Padilla, Cecilia Padilla, unable to pick it up, unfortunately. Sanchez Moreno did some good work on the left wing here. Industrious. There's a man Price Tate looking for a ball out wide to McDonald. They've McDonald now. They've turned the ball around. Need to get the ball away from players. Basterfield trying to get the ball wide out here to Craig. Still channel bound. As Argentina get the ball back again and get to reset from the back. San Román just playing the ball wide. 50-50 ball being given there by Arusi. I'm not sure if that was a good ball, but again, a lot of players hitting the ball, the long handle stick, when the short arm pass, just like that. Really good pass there. Now Bly's got some space. Pops the ball loose. Carol Rogers trying to get away there, but got clunked away. And the whistle's gone. And after the whistle, push is going to be interesting. Palmer took a lot of attention there. 50-50 ball was well contested between Basterfield and Palmer. As Argentina continue to go forward. Alonso just smacking the ball long. They can set up here with a press, as long as they make sure they got their second and third layers in place, because England have often hit the ball through the press. Palmer behind this press to see what can happen. Ball coming, and they've won the first one. Alonso got the ball, looking for a circle entry. Ball pops up. Padilla tries to get it, and the umpire blows for a, must have been just outside the circle, because that was very close. Good running there from Argentina. Direct hockey, trying to find their way into the D. Now with an opportunity. Often teams have got set plays they do from here. Sometimes set players. Ball coming back. Changing the angle. Driving back in again. Hit a stick, I think. So Basterfield comes away with the ball. There's a play infield. Craig is in the middle. No, just holding on too long. And Palmer this time breaking it down. Basterfield's going to be called back. Sorry, Helen Royan is waiting in the middle of the field there. Wide open if the early pass had gone. It's the long ball again. England, Mary Price Tate getting through comfortably with that long shot, mainly because she picks the angle so well through the gap. Argentina not closing their press sufficiently to actually stop it from going through, as Argentina played on the right hand side. Like we said before, there was an open-handed hit. As Blythe with the ball. Rogers with a whole lot of pressure on it. Needs to keep the ball safe and find a small pass. Drives forward now. It's going to go a little bit too long. And picked up by Argentina. Palmer now with the open-handed shot. This has happened a lot at the moment. The ball just all over the place. People hitting. That last one, Rogers hitting the ball into an Argentinian foot. Gets the free hit on the edge of the dotted line, I think it is, yes. And now again, we'll have to have some plan in action. Ricky Sayud is behind, but didn't go there. As the ball comes away again. Now, they've got numbers if they can find each other. Paula Padilla just not finding the ball forward there. And of course, we get used to Mary Price taking the ball back down the field. Basterfield now lost position. This is Padilla again around the field. That's Cecilia Padilla. And they're through now. They've got a chance if they can get out to the side. Scooth is going to go for a shot. A lot of pressure. And Scooth just had the pressure on her. Didn't have time to pull the trigger, but making inroads. Argentina slowly but surely getting more circle entries and more 22 entries than they had in the first quarter. And here comes a good switch to the open side. They keep going. Arusi driving the ball through the gap. Hoping Cecilia Padilla would run into that. And for the first time this game, a little bit less energy from her. I think she's been charging up front, putting all the effort in. The ball coming out. Sue Mary again picking the ball up in the midfield this time. Palmer with a skill, gets called back. She can take it. She's going to be through here. Plays the through ball. Oh, and that was so close. Paula Padilla just not getting onto the end of that. Palmer being very clever there with a free hit. Put on the foot, got the blow, and then took it immediately so that the players that were around her had to first retreat 5 yards. Gave her time to look up and scan, and spotted Paula Padilla inside the D, fed it through the gap, but just the ball unfortunately rolling through, and Joe Malkin had to come in and make the clearance happen. Gail Gerard did some work on the far side and then promptly just smacking the ball out. She's going to be upset with that. All that hard work. Again, the long hit not needed. Whole lot of red shirts around to play a mini game. Even just haven't found that mini game yet. The score still tied at 0-0 in the semi-final. The winner goes to the final of this division. There's still another semi-final coming after this game, so they won't know who they're playing against until that game's finished. Ball popping loose. Cecilia Padilla just not getting the ball in. Palmer making the tackle. And a whole lot of running with the ball. Yeah, it's not helping anybody. Sue O'Connell ran to the ball there, and this could... Paula Padilla's going to pull it back. Looks like a foot, yes. Pulled it back onto the foot, and I think England guilty of winning the free hits and just running with the ball, thinking they can, once they've run it, they can make a choice later on. Just need some calm minds to calm down, look up and say, where's the best option? Move the ball first, and then get people to lose their legs afterwards, as this is a penalty corner for Argentina, which we haven't seen what they do yet. Alonso looks like she's getting ready for the big swing. Palm on the left will be running in, I think. Ball comes out. The push comes in skew. They weren't ready for that. So I said they pushed the tap in from the injector. Ball backhand into the circle. And there we have the half-time whistle being blown. This game's still 0-0 and very tight. We look forward to an enthralling second half of hockey.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
Welcome back as you join us for the second half of the semi-final at the Masters World Cup of Hockey between Argentina and England. Both teams still locked at 0-0 after the first 2 quarters of hockey. As we hear the Argentinian crowd suddenly spring into voice. The supporters club coming to the party. This is the first semi-final of this division. Second semi-final to follow after this. As again, this game has been really stuck in the midfield. Not enough passes being made and the ball coming cleanly away. It's a lot of stick clacking and good pressure from both sides. They're not letting the team get away with it. So it's not as if it's not helped, but again, a little bit of a ball carry and taking a little too long to get a ball across and give England time to set up their trap and wait for things to come to them. And they get the turnover ball. This ball gets played on the line. There's a little bit too much pace on it. Ali Alcock have to make a lot of yards to get to that. Alcock and Bull up front in the press, just trying to push the ball at you. Sue Mary a little bit higher. And Argentina just struggling to come out the back. Trying to work the angles. Again, things happen too often at this time, is it? The ball often just gets driven out from you. But England have got their layers. First layer gets it this time. Alcock driving forward, ball coming through the ball. First time touch over the stick. It's going to be a short corner, but there's advantage. Alcock trying to go through. Mary on the next one. That was the first time that England moved the ball at pace and handed it from person to person, and that was the key there, that one person didn't hold it up for too long, carrying it into an opposition defender, and the net result was Argentina with their back foot could not get control of that, and England have put themselves for a short corner early on in this half. Of course, they'd be hoping to convert to get themselves on some scoreboard pressure here, because ball comes out. Looks like a zigzag going across, and again, every time they've done this, Argentina have had an extra player coming out. I think Argentina are running with three waves, a first wave and 2 flankers. So if the ball does get slipped, the flankers are onto it immediately. So I think England possibly need to go back to the injector, maybe get a quick straight shot off, but just get it through that first level to see if they can get a shot or something on target that actually tests the goalkeeper. Wait for the injection again. Comes out cleanly this time. Sue Mary goes left this time in their space. Ball gets swept in, not cleanly. A little bit loose there, and I think the slip came across. Trying to see who that was. Looked like Ali Alcock just took a sweep at it, didn't catch it as cleanly as she wanted. And the ball with a bit of a loop on it, didn't have enough power to beat the keeper, but was in a good position there to crack that in as June Blythe comes away neatly. Needs to make the ball move. Does. Gets it away to McDonald. England now being sensible, keeping the ball, moving from player to player. That ball a little bit dangerous, but Bull's got it. Bull goes for the big crack. Comes across to Alcock. She's got time now. Looking for the through ball. Finds the slip on the left. Sue Mary catching a stick and everything there. Don't think she did anything wrong. Just a lot of pressure on her, and the stick was on top. But again, fast ball movement, even though it was a bit long. Ball crossed it over. Alcock then straightened up. Waited for the run from Mary. Mary then was in the circle, got the ball and turned. Just didn't catch it when she passed the turn, and a whole lot of clanging ensued as again. England driving for the circle. Alcock this time getting advantage. She's in the circle. Umpire had good advantage go there, because she is coming at them quite quickly now. Danny Alcock deciding that the best way to play this game is at pace and be direct. Rogers coming to join in, yep. But close attention being paid to it. Not be able to get away. Padilla. And out of my vision, yeah, it looked like Paula Padilla came out of the forward line. She was hiding up high in the field. They've kept her there. She's come back to help now, but they've kept her up in case they win it. England pushing the ball to the midfield. Blythe just missing the ball that was bouncing a bit. They've won it back. Pippa Bull with a lot of energy. They need to just make sure the play happens. McDonald's wide. Palmer's going to put some pressure on you. Ball coming to the baseline. Doesn't want to let it go in the circle. Palmer just channeling McDonald to the sideline. To the baseline, sorry. Where the ball rolls harmlessly over. Wind picking up here in Cape Town today. Mountains look clear. McDonald then cracks it across. I just can't get. And they've got it now. Basterfield going to go for the backhand. Bull with the inside out shot. England still got control, but not clean control. Rogers taking a quick free hit. Getting inside the circle. Climbing over the ball again. Argentina tackling each other. And luckily, as England now showing some dominance, but now Paula Padilla looking forward. Looking for Sanchez Moreno on the P spot. Sanchez Moreno still there. Padilla again as far as she can, trying to get the free hit. But well channeled and tackled at the back. As Argentina now on the edge of the D, looking for some reward for coming all the way down the field. And it's again been against their own play for now. England had a lot of time and opportunity as the umpire wants this ball right on the edge of the D. Padilla's going to have to retreat slightly and get some 5 yards out of this. Makes the lead happen. Gets tackled by Sayed, but England get to reset. And the small pass, it does not find the stick. England calling for the high ball to be right long. And now the ball coming out. Gail Gerard, again, just keeping her hands slightly apart. So when she plays that, she hooks it quite a lot. Gonzalez pushing on the line again. Everything's so tightly congested here. Both teams need to find small passes. Small passes in gaps, and I don't see people leading to the gap. Everybody's standing still and they're marked. And then we have some time now to see what's going to happen. Gail Gerard moving the ball. Found the player. Still needs to find the pass. Rogers needs more power. Craig's on the field now. See Craig running the baseline with the backhand. She's in there to the D. She's trying to get a short corner from this. Pops it in. It's a loose ball. Robin Blythe. I keep saying Robin Blythe. My apologies. June Blythe. June Blythe again. Trying to get some value for money, but it all been scrappy over there. My apologies, June. As England come away with naught, and this game is going to be super frustrating. Don't think either of these teams want to go to the showdown if it's a 0-0 or a draw at the end of this. As the ball's crashed forward, Rogers wins it, and this could be a good ball. Takes it back, and the ball lying loose. Helen Royan, the ball popped up there, and tried to hit it on the way down. And as one often does when there's a bit of pressure on you. Now Paula Padilla with a ball that's broken loose for her nicely. Again, goes by herself quite a lot in these situations, so you expect her to have a go at the circle. Sanchez Moreno on the P spot, always making those runs in, but behind players, so you can't really see her. Alonso with a free hit. She needs to drift with the ball.
That way.
Marcela Arusi just putting her hand around, making the tackle. Ball being pushed in. Again, McDonald's under a lot of pressure. Going to the corner flag, which is what some coaches call the dead zone. Easy to get there, difficult to get out. And the ball gets crashed across the circle. Well picked up. Looks like Arusi again in the midfield. And here comes Cecilia Padilla. Fuller running always. But Sue O'Connell coming back and just consolidate. Then he just keep the ball for a while. Ball popped up again, and Rogers not going to like that because Paula Padilla comes with it, and she has been running a lot of the ball lately. The ball downfield. Looking for passes. This could work because Rogers got somebody out wide. Just can't find Eddie Alcock. Little jab, trying to get through. But Palmer now on the ball and just calmly pulls it back on the foot of Basterfield and says, no, let's reset this. This game becoming a little bit frantic now. 0-0 draws have a habit of doing that to people. The 0-0 creates a lot of anxiety because you haven't actually found a way to score yet, and the doubt comes in about, can we find a way? The 1-all, 2-alls, they become chases to see who can win the game, but the 0-0s always have a build-up of tension. As again, the ball's going forward to Gail Gerard, and carrying the ball always brings in a tackle and a slow pass. So ball pace and keeping the ball away from each other by passing. The two ingredients in short supply in this match, as there comes a nice cracking ball. Because one thing that's a definite is that Manprice Tate, when she hits the ball, hits it so cleanly, so neatly. It's an absolute prize to have somebody like that at the back of the field, because those distribution skills mean the ball does move hard and fast going forward. And very difficult to press, because when you get close, when you press it, you might just wear a ball coming at you at pace, so you respect it. Give her a little bit more space than you would normally, and that gives her more time to play the game and get the ball through you. Arusi on the other side now. Also looking for that ball, very similar player. Doesn't hit it as cleanly, and just finds Sue Mary, who just can't trap it. That ball like a wet piece of soap, just squirming away from her. And now Padilla's going to have a run here. She's quick. She just, again, the ball is getting away from her. She's getting frustrated with herself, as she should. Sarah Walker just getting caught up with the ball there. And there comes Padilla again. This is Paula Padilla. She's running on the outside. She's got an entry now. Get the ball across. She hits it. There's no pace on it, but still puts it in the D. And the ball popping out. Alonso trying to find a way in, but just running straight into Sue O'Connell, sorry. And now Sue O'Connell just blocking the traffic. Kel Gerard just whacking the ball out. Good turn there. That's what they need, Helen Roy, and just passing the ball out wide to Ali Alcock. She's actually got Sue Craik on the far post. She can't see her. There's too many players in the way. Sue Craik made a good run on the outside. Alcock just needed possibly to hit the ball earlier, but again, easy set from here. As June Blythe pushes forward in the channel, needs to cut infield, forces the 5 yard. Again, needs to cut infield. Keeps going on that channel, and again, I think that's just good hockey. Sanchez Moreno. What Blythe did fantastically well there was she kept running at her. From Blythe. Couldn't see the color of that card. Assume it's a green card. Yeah, it's a green card. It's a 2-minute penalty. That'll take us keep off for the rest of this quarter. The ball comes out quite quickly. This is going to be a good one. Trying to find the options, and again, England not too positive what's going on here. The ball's loose. Sue O'Connell that time stepping up, and I fear to use the word half-hearted, but pushed it in a general direction and to see what is happening. But again, the switch around the back, maybe back to the injector, changing the lines first and then getting it into the circle deep for deflection or maybe for a shot on target. Short corners don't go in until the ball goes goal bound, and if it's not from the first one, that England have had. Hits the ball in field, just misses the foot. Cecilia Padilla. No. It's Paula Padilla, sorry. Retrieving the ball now. There's Cecilia Padilla joining it. There's two together, the two Padillas. Don't want to lose the ball. She'll try and drive on the baseline. She's done this a couple of times. Good tackle coming in there from Libby Mound. Just enough to knock the ball away and let England regroup behind. Sometimes those tackles are valuable because those extra 2 seconds means more people join the defense. And England have a lot of people back. England are hanging. Sue Craig and Helen Roy and High now. They've decided they're going to keep somebody out there, but time runs out on them as we end the third chukka. This game's still tightly contested at 0-0, and we look forward to an exciting fourth quarter coming up soon.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe, and ready to host you.
Welcome to the fourth quarter of this match. It's a semi-final in the ladies over 60 division. Yeah, we've got the score stuck at 0-0. Both teams putting all the effort in here, but no result in soon so far. I can't say there's been a clear-cut chance where we thought that might have gone in. So this over 60 category first semi-final, deciding who goes into the final this weekend. As both teams keep battering away at each other. England with a slightly better build-up, but Argentina with the sniping counterattacks the whole time. The Padillas coming hard when they can. Just nothing to show for it at the moment. England with by far the majority of the penalty corners there. Just unfortunately haven't got any of their penalty corners goal-bound with venom. As the ball gets knocked long again. Well picked up Sue Craig. That is a really good pick-up on the backhand. Slips the ball across. This is loose in the D. Coming for a shot. Pepper Bull with the one time. Just couldn't. Pepper Bull with a one-time shot there, pulling it wide. But again, first shot of this quarter, and probably one of the better chances in this match. Still not clean and collected as England recollect on the sideline. Yeah, Libby Mound creeping by 4 or 5 inches, again chastised by the umpire for taking too much opportunity. She gets called back, put into her place, and the game gets reset again. Sue O'Connell going back. Blythe going for the open hits. McDonald on the far side. Palmer putting the pressure on her. She has so many times on that side. Whenever England come down that side, Palmer's put the pressure on and forced them to go wide and trapped in the corner, and she's kept them there, giving them no opportunity to break back infield. As Arusi gets the ball on the field now, trying to crack it. This could work because the mistrap. I said the mistrap, and by the same token, Cecilia Padilla also mistrapped the ball and lost control. So returning the favour. Van Price Tate is the one they're trying to go to distribute. Choosing to go out the side this time to the left half. Libby Gerard. And Price Tate with a familiar hit. Nice and clean. It's so smooth. Umpire calling them back for the foot. That was unlucky because sometimes it hits the defender's foot and they're nowhere close to any other player, and the umpire say play on. It didn't affect play, and I think if anything that didn't affect the play as much as it should. The rules still say if it's the foot, so. And the ball being made live again. Arusi trying to size up the opportunity of trying to play through. We got the ball moving off. It stayed in place somehow. And England going into small trough ball placing. Sue O'Connell trying to find the foot there. Does off Julia Skuth, I think it is. Just stuck behind some of her fan club. Some very enthusiastic Argentinian fans in the stands today with clackers and a horn, and not sure what happened there. Was a confusion. 2 players going for the ball and missing, and now the ball has been loose. Control is required here, and the team that can take control just for a short space in time and put a goal in and get themselves 1 love up in this quarter is going to be super valuable, because 0-0 looks like any goal will be the winning goal, and if there aren't any goals scored, then of course we're going to go to showdowns, which is a lottery at any game to see who wins that. And umpire saying, similar to earlier in the field, that a free was taken inside the 22, and England did not retreat the 5 yards, and so a penalty corner was given. And here we have Argentina with the penalty corner. We've said it before, it just takes 1 goal from them to throw the cats amongst the pigeons. We hear them Argentinian support club getting louder. They're lining up here. England just making sure they've got everything ready. Options on the right, 1 slip on the left. Ball comes out a little bit slowly, but anyway, they're waiting for it to slap. And Blythe is in the way. Tries to whack it up, but does come for deflection, and Blythe just pushes that one. Just couldn't get it out. Only got it as far as Barbarian. And Palmer just tripping on the ball there. And England now got a chance. It's only 2v4, so they're going to need some more players to join. They've got some midfield players. Goes long to Sue Craik. Craik will now hold it up and just trying to find the cross ball. Cross ball being hit, but there's nobody there. I took a deep breath of air. Oh, we still got a chance here. Rogers pushing through. McDonald on the outside. She's in the D, crossing the ball. Ball popping loose. This could be a chance. The ball gets hit goal bar and missed, but actually eventually gets finished by Sue Craik, I do believe. I'm just trying to see what happened there, because in the ensuing melee, the first shot had no power and it looked like it got chalked. And McDonald with a really good cross across the face of the goal. I think if we watch the replay, we're going to see that Sue Mary was on the P spot there. Took a big swing at it. Didn't get to the goalkeeper properly, but Sue Craig was there to knock it over the goalkeeper's shoulder. And so England take a 1-0 lead. 11 minutes now the game's going to open up because Argentina are going to have to chase this game. England got a bit of energy and they're playing quite fast forward. As Gail Gerard throws it on the line to the goal scorer, Craig. Craig's in the D. She's going to look for a PC, I'm sure. Nice, sensible option, yeah, because you get your reset, pops it back. Gets intercepted there. And Argentina come away with a 16. Alonso making that initial intercept near the edge of the D, and now Argentina having to work their way forward again. Argentina had a chance, and the ball that followed down the field from there ended up in their own goal. So unlucky on their side. Alonso pushing on the sideline. Lots of tired legs on this field as the ball goes through. Kel Gerard, another ball to Sue Craig. And Sue Craig's going to take it in. Just calmly collected, pulls the ball back, and that hits the foot definitely. There's no doubt about that. Arusi came across for the tackle, and Craig calmly just pulled it back onto her foot. And Arusi upset with herself, but well played there by Craig. Scored the goal, and now England, having scored a goal, are on the front foot, pushing hard. Not happy to sit back and enjoy the 1-goal lead. Pushing forward, and they've earned their umpteenth short corner. There's been more than 10 in this game for them. Blythe on top, looking mean. Ball comes out short to Craig. Craig looking for options across the face. Hits it, doesn't come cleanly, but does come as far as O'Connell. O'Connell pushes it forward, and Basserfield can't get hold of that. Does go all the way back for Ali Alcock to then run it in. And she'll run it in, she's got good at this. Ball coming baseline, being drilled in again. And the short corner being played again. Sue Craig, the baseline runner, short corner winner, goal scorer. All in one sentence there. As England get another chance for a penalty corner. Argentina running 3 people fairly high out of their short corner. Not all at once, but in a staggered approach, but waiting for the slips on the left and the right, and then running the second and third waves onto it. There's space on the left, they can find across there to the injector. Injector, ball comes back. That first shot on target was lifted. Umpire will call that no goal. That definitely was. The first shot on target was lifted. It was pushed across, and the slap came in, and the ascending shot was lifted. It wasn't on target, so, but it was definitely dangerous. They're going to have to decide on what to do here, because if it was a shot lifted, then it's illegal. But it wasn't on target, so was it a shot? It was still lifted. It was then played in by a player. Was it dangerous? I think technically this is a goal because it wasn't on target. I think umpires are going to rule on this that it's not a goal, it's a 16. I think the intent was that the injector was trying to shoot, and therefore that intended shot was lifted, and therefore dangerous above the backboard. Good call by the umpires. They're getting together and having a slow and deliberate debate about what had happened. And I think common sense prevailed as England was just streaming forward now. They've had their energy babies and they are pushing forward as hard as they can. Arousi running away with Sue Mary stick attached to her, and Sue having to chase after her. Interesting scenario that. As Papa Bull runs in, hits the backhand tomahawk, and Sue Mary then picks it up and hits the ball to the near post. I think that's hockey 101, always shoot far post. There's space on the far post for the goalkeeper, in terms of the goalkeeper, and also in case any of your players come in for the deflection. But easier said when you're sitting up here behind the microphone with no stick in your hand and no pressure on you. So just under 7 minutes to go. It's only one love, so you do not want to be England stepping back here and falling for the trap of one goal. It just takes one of the Padillas to run at you and cause a bit of mayhem like one of them is doing right now, Cecilia. Ball popping loose. It's not coming off cleanly. She's hit the deck. She has won the blow though, so umpire said you can take the free hit there, I think. Or maybe not. No. Yes. England thinking they had the hit, and now the umpire asking them to wait. Umpire has been very good at this game of managing just the pace of a semi-final, which is always intense and a bit crazy. As again the ball gets smacked in, and this time Blythe comes away. Basterfield with the ball now, pops it up. Sayed with the back, ball the back. Tries to turn, but Paula Padilla puts the pressure on. Argentinian fan club now getting into song, as often happens at these events. The ladies team's playing now, but the men's team will come down and one of the age groups to come support. Fantastic to have your own traveling fan club just in the teams playing with you as they get us. I was about to say Padilla was about to get a circle entry then. Very close on the edge. Argentina just looking with the ball move on the outside. It gets cracked in. Gets popped up off Basterfield, but not dangerous. They have it at the edge of the circle here. Unfortunately can't control it. Gets a blow for that, which is unusual because I thought it was inside the circle. Gonna get the free hit. Nobody fetching the ball. Semi-final mentality. As Argentina now get a ball on the edge. It's been closed off by everybody. Needs to move the ball back. Sorry, that was Scally. Scally now being called. The ball comes in now. Sue Mary on the run. She's taking it at the angle. It's a good running here. She's got someone on the left. A perfect pass. Ali Alcock looking for the ball to come across now. She's got to push it. Finds the foot, which is perfect. Got advantage. Tucks the ball back. Pippa Bull tries to make the shot on target. Mary on the far post. Bull on the one-time shot. Great tuck back from Alcock, and a fantastic saving goals there by Laura Mulhall. Mulhall just putting a stick out and being outnumbered. A fantastic save to keep Argentina 1-0 in this game. We've still got 4 minutes left, and there's plenty of time for Argentina to come back and score a goal here and then go to a showdown. McDonald Blythe with a big whack, hitting Bull on the foot somewhere inside the circle there, but she was very closely marked. Looked like Alonso was all over her there. So again, the ball comes out the back. Little mini game ensuing. Ball coming out and Palmer just missing it, but Padilla was about to go for a run there. Paula Padilla. Cecilia Padilla's now hanging high. Decided that if they can find the ball to her, and she's unmarked. Main prize Tate just whacking the ball through the channel like she's done so often. Effortlessly. An amazing skill that when players learn it at a young age and then hone it in over the years once they've got the hit. Muscle memory stays as Annie Alcock guilty of just driving on a blank channel there. Now we got Cecilia Padilla coming to play. Looking for options forward. Finds the foot. Ricky's. Sue Roberts, I'm afraid. I said Sayed, but I mean Sue Roberts. Ricky Sayed, the other keeper. Ball coming across. Again, Paula Padilla trying to get to the edge of the circle. They'll be hunting in the last 2 minutes to go. They'll be hunting a short corner, if anything. Any ball that comes in now, England are going to be nervous about trying to carry the 5 yards and drilling forward. Umpire decided that it wasn't 5 yards, and I think he was right. Carol Rogers just planting herself in the way, being the obstacle. Main prize Tate's only going to go one way, yeah, and that's going to be with the big hit. Just doesn't find the target. Ali Alcock had come all the way back, but even Ali Alcock was fooled by the disguise there. Blythe coming back. Turning infield, which can be dangerous sometimes. Ball popping loose. And there we have Cecilia Padilla. She had a chance there to pop the ball up. They still got a ball on the edge. This is going to be a tough 1 minute to go as Paula Padilla's in, trying to find some action. She was on the backhand, so it wasn't strong enough. Alcock driving out and getting the free hit. They won't be rushing this. 1 minute and 3 seconds on the clock. Everybody is in this quarter of the field. Main prize Tate looking to hit it straight at the first person that runs at her. Sometimes the best defense is an offense, and that was just intimidation 101. She's now trying to find the gap on the 45. Hits it through. Ball does roll loose. And here's a good touch. We got a great little break here from Helen Royan. Ali Alcock's tracking midfield. Sorry, edge of the circle. McDonald's also made a run. She'll turn, and unfortunately she hits the ball on her foot with 28 seconds to go. They're going to have to hit this down the field. They do hit it as far as Blythe. Blythe almost caught in possession, trying to keep the ball away. And they'll hold the ball as long as they can now. Blythe caught in possession, 10 seconds to go. Ball on the sideline. McDonald's got a choice here. Go hide the ball or expose it, but I think that's it. It's all over. England have won the semi-final, and England are going into the final of the World Cup for the under-60 division. Tough fought battle this, with a goal by Sue Craig that's been the difference. As we look forward to seeing them in the final. The next semi-final will be coming up shortly.